Have you ever dreamed of visiting the United States, a land of vibrant cities, breathtaking natural landscapes, and one of the most diverse cultures in the world? Whether you long to explore the bustling energy of New York, immerse yourself in the wild beauty of the Grand Canyon, or simply satisfy your curiosity about what makes America so unique, join me on this journey. From the dazzling skyscrapers and bustling boulevards of Los Angeles to legendary roads like Route 66, every destination in the U.S. carries its own distinct charm, blending modernity with history. Don't forget to subscribe to the channel to follow more exciting adventures and discover unique travel tips. When we think of the United States, we remember a vast land where even the boldest dreams can come true, where history, culture, and nature intertwine to create a grand tapestry of the modern world. From dazzling cities to majestic natural wonders, from iconic historical landmarks to groundbreaking space exploration, the United States is not just a country, it is an endless story of ambition, freedom, and innovation. Statue of Liberty, the beacon of the American dream, amidst the misty waters of New York Harbor, the Statue of Liberty stands tall, raising her torch of freedom high, an eternal symbol of the United States. More than just a monumental piece of architecture, the statue is a welcoming sight for generations of immigrants arriving at the land of promise, carrying with them hopes for a new life. As ships approach the harbor, the figure of Lady Liberty, bathed in sunlight reflecting off her green copper surface, affirms an unyielding spirit. Standing at her feet, you can gaze out towards the distant skyline of Manhattan, a city that never sleeps, where dreams are forged every single day. Grand Canyon, time etched into stone, like a masterpiece of nature, the Grand Canyon stretches out before you, revealing a world shaped over millions of years. Layers of red, orange, and gold rock stack upon one another, telling the story of Earth's ever-changing landscape. As the sun sets, the canyon ignites in a surreal crimson glow, with shadows dancing along its towering cliffs, creating an unforgettable spectacle. Standing on the edge of this vast chasm, you can hear the winds whisper through the ravine, carrying echoes of time itself, a humbling reminder of nature's grandeur. And as the last rays of sunlight disappear beyond the horizon, the Grand Canyon remains, silent, steadfast, and timeless, guarding the ancient secrets of our planet. Yellowstone, where the earth still breathes, in the untamed heart of the American West, Yellowstone unfolds like a primordial world, where nature remains in its purest, wildest form. Geysers erupt like the earth's steady breath, hot springs shimmer in brilliant hues like colossal gemstones, and herds of bison roam slowly across endless grasslands, creating a landscape that feels almost mythical. Standing before Old Faithful as it sends towering plumes of steam skyward, you can sense the rhythm of nature, a fierce vitality surging beneath the surface. More than just the world's first national park, Yellowstone is a testament to the wonders of the natural world, a priceless treasure that America has safeguarded for generations. Route 66, a legend on wheels, there's a road that has become legend, not just connecting cities, but weaving together the dreams and lives of millions, Route 66. Stretching across vast deserts, past forgotten towns and vintage diners glowing with neon signs, this iconic highway is like a slow-motion reel of old America. Rusted road signs and abandoned gas stations stand as silent witnesses to an era gone by, telling the story of endless journeys and open-road adventures. As you drive along this historic route, the wind carries echoes of the past, as if you are traveling back in time to an America still wild, free, and brimming with possibilities. Times Square, where the world never sleeps, in the heart of New York City, Times Square glows like an artificial galaxy, where millions of LED lights paint stories of the 21st century. Crowds hurry past towering billboards, each street corner buzzing with laughter, honking taxis, and the vibrant melodies of street performers. Standing in the center of the square, you can feel the pulse of the world, a place where past, present, and future merge into a dazzling spectacle. And when the clock strikes midnight on New Year's Eve, the shimmering crystal ball descends, carrying with it wishes for a year filled with hope and new beginnings. Hollywood, the dream factory of cinema, on the sunlit hills of Los Angeles, the white letters of Hollywood stand proudly, an invitation to step into the world of dreams. This is the birthplace of films that have touched millions of hearts, where streets are lined with the names of legends like Marilyn Monroe, Charlie Chaplin, and Tom Hanks. As you walk along the Hollywood Walk of Fame, you can sense the breath of an ever-evolving creative industry, where stories are woven from light and shadow, from laughter and tears. And as the sun sets behind the towering palm trees, Hollywood continues to shimmer, an everlasting illusion that never fades. Wall Street, the financial heart of the world, amid the narrow streets of Lower Manhattan, Wall Street stands tall like a fortress of the global economy. This is where decisions are made that can alter the fate of entire nations, where numbers flashing on digital screens dictate prosperity or downfall. The Charging Bull stands proudly, brimming with strength, symbolizing America's unwavering resilience. As you walk among the towering skyscrapers, you can feel the tense yet ambitious atmosphere, a place where the biggest financial dreams are conceived and realized every single day. Harvard, the cradle of great minds, by the tranquil Charles River, in the heart of the historic city of Cambridge, Harvard University stands as a monument to knowledge and enlightenment. Its red brick buildings, vast libraries filled with millions of books, and tree-lined courtyards create an atmosphere both serene and profoundly inspiring. This is where the world's brightest minds have gathered, where lectures are not just lessons but philosophies capable of shaping humanity. As you walk along the cobblestone paths of Harvard, you can feel the weight of history, where visionaries like John F. Kennedy, Mark Zuckerberg, and Barack Obama laid the first bricks of their legendary journeys. NASA, the journey to the stars, in the heart of America, where dreams have no limits, NASA represents humanity's ambition to conquer the cosmos. The space centers in Houston and Cape Canaveral have been the launch pads for generations of astronauts who have crossed the threshold of Earth, venturing into the infinite darkness of space. The moment Apollo 11 landed on the moon, accompanied by the legendary words, "That's one small step for man, one giant leap for mankind," remains etched in the memory of the world. As you stand before the massive space shuttle models, gazing up at the starry sky, you realize that America's spirit of exploration is not confined to Earth. It reaches beyond, into the unknown frontiers of the universe. Thanksgiving, a sacred day of reunion, every year in November, as the crisp autumn air signals the arrival of winter, American families gather to celebrate Thanksgiving. On the dinner table, a golden roasted turkey, the aroma of pumpkin pie, and the sweet tart cranberry sauce serve as reminders of gratitude and togetherness. More than just a feast, this is a time for people to set aside their busy lives and return home to love and family. The Macy's Thanksgiving Day Parade in New York, with its massive balloons and colorful marching bands, fills the nation with joy. And as night falls, millions of families sit together to watch the traditional football game, an unshakable tradition that completes the spirit of this cherished holiday. Halloween, when America transforms into a haunted world, as October arrives, America seems to step into another realm, Halloween. Streets glow with the eerie light of carved pumpkins, bizarre costumes appear on every corner, and children excitedly clutch their candy buckets, knocking on doors while chanting the famous phrase, "Trick or treat." This is a night of mystery, where ghostly legends are whispered in the flickering candlelight, and homes transform into haunted castles adorned with cobwebs, skeletons, and witches. Theme parks turn into terrifying villages, and costume parties last until the late hours, creating an electrifying atmosphere like nowhere else. As darkness falls, paper ghosts dangle from windows, a reminder that even in the modern world, there is still room for the mysterious and the legendary. Black Friday, the day America goes crazy for shopping. Just one day after Thanksgiving, America plunges into another frenzy, Black Friday. The moment store doors open, thousands rush in like a tidal wave, hunting for the biggest discounts of the year. Electronics stores are packed with people scrambling for TVs and the latest iPhones, while fashion outlets flash sale 70% signs that tempt even the most disciplined shoppers. Black Friday is not just about shopping, it's a battlefield where patience is tested, where strangers can become allies or rivals in seconds. And as the shopping madness winds down, millions of shopping bags pile up in cars, and the streets remain aglow, a testament that America is not just a country of traditions, but one that constantly moves with the pulse of the times. The most beautiful time to explore the United States is during autumn and winter, when the weather becomes pleasant, and nature transforms into its most breathtaking scenery. Autumn in America is marked by vibrant foliage, as maple leaves turn brilliant shades of red, orange, and gold across New England, the Great Smoky Mountains National Park, and along the Skyline Drive in Virginia. This is also the season of Halloween, when every neighborhood and house glows with carved pumpkin lanterns, eerie costumes, and the lively atmosphere of festive celebrations. The excitement intensifies in late November with Thanksgiving, one of the most cherished family reunions in the U.S. Around dining tables, golden roasted turkeys and fragrant pumpkin pies are enjoyed, while in New York, the Macy's Thanksgiving Day Parade fills the city skyline with giant balloons, attracting millions of spectators. As winter arrives, America adorns itself with the magical beauty of Christmas. Every street sparkles with festive lights, and dazzling Christmas trees stand tall against a backdrop of freshly fallen snow. New York becomes a legendary destination with its ice skating rink at Rockefeller Center, the Bryant Park Christmas Market, and the spectacular New Year's Eve countdown at Times Square. Meanwhile, Aspen, Colorado, and Lake Tahoe, California, turn into a winter paradise for ski lovers, offering endless snow-covered slopes and thrilling adventures amidst majestic landscapes. With mild weather in the south and a festive atmosphere sweeping across the country, autumn and winter are the perfect seasons to experience the United States, from its awe-inspiring nature to its culturally rich celebrations. America is not just an impressive destination but a journey of unforgettable moments, where every city and every road holds unique stories, leaving a lasting impression like a vivid, cinematic masterpiece in the minds of travelers. Next, we will explore the most famous and captivating destinations in the United States. In the heart of bustling New York, where time flows endlessly through every street corner, there stands an enduring symbol that every visitor to the United States dreams of witnessing: the Statue of Liberty. Towering over Liberty Island, this statue is not only an architectural masterpiece but also a beacon of freedom, hope, and the American dream. From the very first moment the ferry departs and gradually approaches the monument, you will feel the grandeur of this structure, which once served as a guiding light for millions of immigrants arriving in the land of opportunity. But the journey of discovery doesn't stop there. It takes you through pages of heroic history, past iconic landmarks, legendary bridges, and even a culinary scene that only New York can offer. The journey begins at Liberty Island, where the Statue of Liberty has stood tall for over a century, welcoming ships from the Atlantic as they enter New York Harbor. Stepping onto the island, you will be immediately overwhelmed by the sheer scale of the statue. Standing at 93 meters from base to torch, this masterpiece was a gift from France, symbolizing the enduring friendship between the two nations and the unyielding desire for freedom. For a breathtaking view, step inside and climb up to the crown, where an expansive panorama of New York City unfolds before your eyes, with towering skyscrapers shimmering on the water's surface. More than just a spot for memorable photos, this is a historical journey. Here, you can listen to the stories behind the statue's construction and the deep meanings embedded in every detail, from the crown's 7 spikes representing the 7 continents and oceans, to the tablet inscribed with the date of the U.S. Declaration of Independence. Each element carries a powerful message of liberty and justice. But to fully grasp the significance of this iconic symbol, you must continue your journey to Ellis Island, the gateway that welcomed over 12 million immigrants to the United States from the late 19th to the mid-20th century. The Ellis Island National Museum of Immigration is a space filled with deep emotions, preserving thousands of stories of those who risked everything in search of a better future. As you walk through its long hallways lined with old photographs and ledgers documenting the names of the first immigrants, you will feel as though you have traveled back in time, standing among the hopeful, the anxious, and sometimes the desperate souls waiting at America's doorstep. Inside the vast registry room, where millions once trembled in anticipation of their fate, you can almost picture the bustling scene of the past, names being called, nervous yet eager expressions, and worn-out suitcases carrying a family's entire life savings. Ellis Island is not just a historical landmark, it is a reflection of the American spirit, a nation built by those who dared to dream, took risks, and never gave up. Returning to Manhattan, just steps away from the ferry terminal, lies Battery Park, a peaceful green space amid the city's bustling energy. This park is not only a perfect place to pause and take in the fresh air, but it also holds layers of history. Here, you can admire Castle Clinton, a fort from the War of 1812 that once served as the city's first line of defense. Battery Park is also home to the Sphere, a sculpture that originally stood in the World Trade Center Plaza and was preserved after the 9/11 attacks, serving as a solemn reminder of New York's resilience. As the sun sets, its final golden rays shimmer across the water, creating a breathtaking scene where past and present intertwine. It is a place where every visitor can feel the pulse of history, standing witness to the countless stories that have shaped New York into the legendary city it is today. And if you want to experience New York from an entirely different perspective, head to the One World Observatory, where you'll be lifted to dizzying heights atop the One World Trade Center. As the elevator soars upward at 23 miles per hour, the surrounding walls display a time-lapse video showcasing New York's evolution from its earliest days to the bustling metropolis it is today. Then, the doors open, revealing a breathtaking panorama that leaves every visitor in awe. The entire city sprawled beneath you, the Hudson River shimmering in the distance, bridges stretching far and wide, and avenues glowing with countless lights. This is not just an observation deck, it is a powerful statement of New York's resilience, a city that once fell but rose again stronger than ever. The journey continues with the legendary Brooklyn Bridge, the suspension bridge that seamlessly connects Manhattan and Brooklyn. Walking across its historic wooden planks, you can feel a slight vibration beneath your feet, as if you're stepping in sync with the city's ceaseless energy. As the streetlights flicker on, casting their glow upon the steel cables stretched against the night sky, the bridge transforms into a masterpiece, a poetic intersection of dreams and reality, where the heartbeat of New York echoes through every step you take. And of course, no trip to New York would be complete without indulging in its iconic culinary experiences. Try a hot dog from a street cart, savor the crisp, salty crust of a pretzel, or take a bite of a classic New York-style pizza slice with its rich, gooey cheese stretching with every pull. Don't forget to treat yourself to a silky, decadent cheesecake or a bagel with smoked salmon, simple yet quintessentially New York, fast, bold, but never lacking in finesse. As you leave New York, you'll carry with you the image of the Statue of Liberty standing tall against the open sea, the legendary bridges connecting past and present, and the towering skyscrapers rising like limitless dreams. This city is more than just a place, it is a story, an emotion, a reminder that freedom and ambition are among the most precious things in life. And no matter how far you go, New York will always leave an unforgettable mark on your heart. Grand Canyon is one of the greatest natural wonders of the world, a masterpiece sculpted by nature over millions of years, standing as a testament to the passage of time. The moment you set foot here, an immense landscape unfolds before your eyes, towering red cliffs blazing under the sunlight, ancient rock layers stacked like pages in a book, each one telling a story of Earth's history. Grand Canyon is not just a destination, it is a journey through time, where every trail, every canyon, and every bend in the river holds a tale of wonder. The first stop in your Grand Canyon adventure is the South Rim, the most visited area and home to some of the most breathtaking panoramic views. Walking along the scenic rim trails, you'll arrive at Mather Point, where the vastness of the canyon stretches endlessly before you, a place where sky and earth merge into an awe-inspiring masterpiece. As you take slow, steady steps down Bright Angel Trail, the path leads you deeper into the heart of the canyon, where towering cliffs glow in deep red and golden hues, shifting colors with the changing light of the day. And when the sun begins to set, Lapon Point transforms into a grand natural stage, where the fading sunlight paints the sky in mesmerizing shades of purple, orange, and gold, a breathtaking scene that never repeats itself. Leaving the South Rim and heading west, you will arrive at the West Rim, home to the famous Grand Canyon Skywalk, a glass bridge that extends out over the canyon's edge, suspended more than 1,200 meters above the ground. Standing on the skywalk, beneath your feet is a dizzying drop into the depths of the canyon, where the Colorado River winds like a ribbon of emerald through the vast chasm. If you're brave enough, step to the center of the bridge and feel the adrenaline rush as only a thin layer of glass separates you from the endless void below. But the West Rim is more than just the skywalk. It is also a place deeply intertwined with the cultural heritage of the Hualapai tribe. At Eagle Point, a natural rock formation resembling a giant eagle with outstretched wings, you can listen to ancient legends and myths passed down through generations, connecting you to the spiritual heart of the land. While the South Rim is bustling with visitors, the North Rim offers a completely different experience, wild, tranquil, and mysterious. At Point Imperial, the highest viewpoint of the Grand Canyon, you will witness nature in its most raw and majestic form, with towering pine-covered peaks and deep, rugged gorges stretching to the horizon. Cape Royal, on the other hand, is the perfect destination for those who appreciate the romantic beauty of nature. As the sun sets, the last golden rays pierce through layers of rock, casting an almost mystical glow, as if the canyon itself is illuminated from within. Deep within the Grand Canyon, hidden in a lush green valley, Havasu Falls emerges like a paradise in the heart of the desert. Cascading over limestone terraces, the waterfall forms mesmerizing turquoise pools of crystal-clear water. This is the sacred land of the Havasupai tribe, known as the people of the blue-green water. The trails leading to the falls are anything but easy, but the reward is an almost surreal landscape, where you can immerse yourself in the cool, refreshing waters and listen to the rhythmic roar of the falls, echoing through the valley like an ancient melody. And then, perhaps nothing compares to the thrill of rafting down the Colorado River. The powerful rapids, the breathtaking curves like Horseshoe Bend, where the river carves a perfect horseshoe-shaped arc, will take you through towering canyon walls and awe-inspiring rock formations. As night falls, you can set up camp along the riverbank, gaze up at a sky filled with countless stars, and feel the humbling presence of nature's vastness all around you. One cannot miss the journey along Desert View Drive, a 40-kilometer scenic route winding along the canyon rim, where each stop unveils a new and breathtaking perspective of the Grand Canyon. Most notably, at the Desert View Watchtower, an observation tower built in the architectural style of the Hopi people, you will not only admire the stunning views but also learn about the culture of one of the region's oldest indigenous tribes. And when night falls, the Grand Canyon transforms into something entirely different, mystical and breathtaking. With no city lights in sight, the sky reveals a dazzling Milky Way, where thousands of stars, distant constellations, and the galaxy itself stretch across the heavens like a luminous river. Here, in absolute silence, with only the whispering wind and the shimmering starlight, you will experience the awe-inspiring vastness of the universe, a rare and unforgettable moment that no other place can offer. But Grand Canyon is not just about nature, it is also a cultural treasure trove. Tribes such as the Hopi and Navajo have lived here for centuries, preserving their unique traditions and artistry. Exquisite hand-woven rugs, pottery adorned with mystical patterns, and stories passed down through dance and song all paint a vibrant picture of the region's rich heritage. To complete the journey, nothing is better than indulging in the distinct flavors of Grand Canyon's cuisine. A crispy Navajo taco, piled high with seasoned beef, beans, and fiery salsa, or a steaming bowl of traditional Navajo lamb stew will warm your soul after a long day of exploration. For a true Wild West dining experience, sip on a strong cowboy coffee, or try a prickly pear margarita, a unique cocktail made from the desert's prickly pear fruit. As you leave the Grand Canyon, the glowing cliffs at sunset, the hidden trails shrouded in morning mist, the starlit nights, and the gentle whispers of the Colorado River will remain etched in your memory. This is more than just a trip, it is a journey through time, an experience that touches the soul, where nature and culture blend into a magnificent symphony of the earth. Yellowstone, the world's first national park, is a pristine wilderness where nature showcases its raw power. Spanning across Wyoming, Montana, and Idaho, Yellowstone is a world unlike any other, where steaming hot springs, geysers erupting skyward, deep canyons carved through volcanic rock, and vast grasslands serve as the home to herds of bison and gray wolves. Stepping into Yellowstone, you don't just witness the awe-inspiring beauty of nature, but you also feel the passage of millions of years, etched into the layers of rock, carried by the flowing waters, and whispered through the winds that sweep across the mountain peaks. At the heart of Yellowstone stands its most iconic landmark, Old Faithful, the park's legendary geyser. Named for its remarkably consistent eruptions, Old Faithful faithfully bursts into the sky every 90 minutes, sending a towering 55-meter jet of water into the air, lasting nearly 5 minutes as visitors watch in awe. Under the sunlight, water droplets shimmer, and billowing steam rises like a greeting from the Earth's core. Standing before Old Faithful, waiting for that moment, feels like listening to nature's heartbeat, like witnessing a miracle unfold before your eyes. Surrounding the geyser, wooden boardwalks guide you through a surreal landscape, where the ground glows in vibrant mineral colors, boiling hot pools bubble, and the sound of rushing water fills the crisp highland air. If Old Faithful is the heartbeat of Yellowstone, then Grand Prismatic Spring is its brilliant eye. As the largest hot spring in the United States, it forms a massive, circular pool where colors shift from vivid blue at the center to green, yellow, orange, and deep red at the edges. These colors aren't an illusion but the result of heat-loving bacteria thriving in the mineral-rich waters, painting a breathtaking, otherworldly masterpiece. Standing on the wooden boardwalk, you can feel the thin mist of steam swirling around you, refracting sunlight into delicate rainbow streaks. For a spectacular panoramic view, hike up Fairy Falls Trail. From here, Grand Prismatic Spring appears like a colossal gemstone set in the heart of Yellowstone, a sight so mesmerizing that you won't be able to look away. But Yellowstone isn't just about hot springs and geysers, it also bears the deep scars of time, where the Yellowstone Grand Canyon stands tall at the park's core. This awe-inspiring gorge was carved over thousands of years by the relentless flow of the Yellowstone River, sculpting towering rock walls in fiery shades of red, yellow, and orange under the golden sunlight. Standing at Artist Point, where the park's most breathtaking vista unfolds, you'll witness the lower falls plunging 94 meters into the depths below, powerful and majestic. The roar of cascading water echoes through the canyon, like the voice of time itself, reminding us of nature's eternal power and grandeur. Leaving behind rivers and canyons, you step into Lamar Valley, often called the Serengeti of North America, where endless grasslands stretch beneath the vast sky, teeming with an incredible array of wildlife. Here, you can witness herds of bison moving like a living river across the plains, moose grazing silently, and if you're lucky, you might catch a glimpse of a pack of gray wolves, the legendary predators of Yellowstone. As dawn breaks, the golden morning light spreads across the meadows, dew glistens on the thick fur of the bison, and for a moment, you'll feel the pure, untouched essence of nature, a sensation that no other place on earth can offer. Continuing your journey, Mammoth Hot Springs unveils an entirely different spectacle, a series of cascading limestone terraces, sculpted over thousands of years by mineral-rich hot water flowing down and solidifying into layers. Unlike the vibrant hues of Grand Prismatic Spring, Mammoth Hot Springs boasts a subtle yet stunning palette of white, orange, yellow, and brown, forming intricate natural staircases. Each day, the flowing water reshapes the terraces, making Mammoth Hot Springs a living artwork, never fully complete, always evolving, just like the ever-changing heartbeat of Yellowstone. If you seek untouched beauty, far from the crowds, head to Norris Geyser Basin, the hottest and oldest geothermal area in the park. This is home to Steamboat Geyser, the tallest active geyser in the world, with eruptions reaching up to 90 meters into the sky. The ground here is constantly bubbling, steam rises from cracks in the earth, and the air is filled with the scent of sulfur, creating an otherworldly landscape, as if you've stepped onto an alien planet. Beyond the geothermal wonders, Yellowstone is also home to crystal-clear lakes, and Yellowstone Lake is truly its shining blue gem. Spanning over 350 square kilometers, it is the largest freshwater lake in North America at an elevation above 2,000 meters. In summer, its deep blue waters reflect the sky, small boats glide gently across the surface, and the fresh mountain air carries a crisp chill. But when winter arrives, the lake freezes over, and the entire landscape transforms into a silent masterpiece, like an ink painting crafted by nature's own hand. If you want to witness one of the park's most breathtaking waterfalls, make sure to visit Tower Fall. Standing at 40 meters high, this waterfall plunges down from towering basalt columns, creating a scene that is both majestic and poetic. As night falls, Yellowstone transforms into an entirely different world. Free from city lights, the night sky here is dazzling, with the Milky Way stretching across the heavens, shooting stars streaking by, and sometimes, even the northern lights dancing in the distance. A trip to Yellowstone wouldn't be complete without experiencing its legendary roads, and Beartooth Highway is among the best. With winding curves, snow-capped peaks, and breathtaking panoramic views, this highway is considered one of the most scenic drives in the United States. But Yellowstone isn't just about sightseeing, it's about living and immersing yourself in nature. Camping in the park, gathering around a campfire, listening to the wind whisper through pine forests, roasting marshmallows, and sharing stories of adventure, this is the true way to experience Yellowstone with your soul. Yellowstone's cuisine carries the rugged spirit of the Wild West, featuring dishes like bison burgers, grilled venison, and hearty cowboy stew. The rich, smoky flavors of these meals are not just food, they are a part of the journey, taking visitors back to the early days of exploring the untamed wilderness. Leaving Yellowstone, you will take with you unforgettable memories of erupting geysers, wandering bison herds, rushing rivers, and the vast silence of the wild. This is not just a destination, but a journey, a dream for those who crave freedom and long for exploration. Route 66, the legendary highway of America, unfolds before us like a living book of history, culture, and endless journeys. Stretching from the bustling city of Chicago to the windy shores of Santa Monica, this road is not just a simple transportation route but a symbol of the American dream, where every mile carries stories and imprints of time. The journey begins at the Route 66 Begins sign, in Chicago, Illinois, where thousands of travelers gather to capture the moment marking the start of their adventure. Amidst the vibrant city, this modest sign holds great significance, acting as a gateway to a world of classic cars, retro diners, and sleepy roadside towns. Standing here, surrounded by towering skyscrapers and hurried crowds, the excitement of a cross-country road trip becomes more real than ever. Not far from Chicago, Cozy Dog Drive-In in Springfield, Illinois, welcomes you with the iconic dish of Route 66, the corn dog, a crispy golden battered sausage, a flavor tied to the childhood memories of countless Americans. At this diner, time seems to slow down as you bite into a freshly made corn dog, sip on an ice-cold soda, and admire the old Route 66 photographs hanging on the walls, feeling the lingering spirit of a golden era. Heading west, you'll encounter the Gateway Arch in St. Louis, Missouri, a majestic symbol of America, often called the Gateway to the West. This towering steel arch rises high into the sky, gleaming under the sunlight, serving as a monument to the pioneers who once journeyed westward to explore new frontiers. From the top of the arch, you can take in a breathtaking view of the city and the Mississippi River, which was once a vital trade hub in early American history. Deeper into Missouri, Merrimack Caverns unveils a mystical underground world, where millennia-old limestone caves hold intriguing legends. It is said that these caves once served as a hideout for the infamous outlaw Jesse James, and as you step into the cool darkness, the shimmering stalactites reflecting the light create an otherworldly scene, making you feel as if you've traveled back in time to the Wild West. Crossing Texas, you can't miss Cadillac Ranch, a unique work of art in the Amarillo Desert. Here, vintage Cadillac cars are buried nose down in the ground, covered in layers of graffiti left by travelers, creating a vibrant masterpiece against the vast blue sky. At this spot, you can grab a spray can and leave your own mark on these iconic cars, a message for future travelers continuing their journey along this legendary road. As you arrive at Midpoint Cafe in Adrian, Texas, you officially reach the halfway point of Route 66. A sign reading, Midpoint 1,139 miles, stands proudly by the road, marking the moment you've traveled exactly halfway from Chicago to Santa Monica. This small cafe is famous for its ugly crust pie, a homemade pie with a rough, imperfect crust but a flavor so delicious that no one can resist. The friendly owners, the stories of travelers who have stopped here, and the warm, nostalgic atmosphere make it feel like a homecoming after a long journey. One of the most nostalgic stops along the route is the Blue Swallow Motel in Tucumcari, New Mexico. With its glowing blue neon sign lighting up the night and small garages beside each room, this place is a true throwback to a time when American families traveled cross-country in classic cars, staying in roadside motels along the way. Waking up in a 1950s-style room, opening the window to the sight of a desert sunrise, is truly an unforgettable experience. Not far from New Mexico, Petrified Forest National Park appears like an otherworldly landscape, where millions-year-old fossilized trees are scattered across the arid red terrain. As you walk along the park's trails, you'll encounter petrified wood in dazzling colors, resembling precious stones lying silently in the desert. Each piece tells a story of a prehistoric era, when this land was once a lush, dense forest. Not far from there, Meteor Crater in Arizona stands as one of the most striking reminders of a meteorite impact on Earth. This massive crater, over 170 meters deep and nearly 1.2 kilometers wide, is a breathtaking sight that showcases the sheer power of the universe. Looking down into the crater, you can almost visualize the moment 50,000 years ago, when a meteor came hurtling from the sky, creating a cataclysmic event that still fascinates humanity today. The final stop of the journey, Santa Monica Pier, where the vast Pacific Ocean stretches out before you, marks the end of your cross-country adventure. Standing beneath the Route 66 end of the trail sign, you can fully embrace the incredible road trip you've completed. The sound of waves crashing, the golden hues of sunset painting the sky, and the twinkling lights of the pier's Ferris will create a bittersweet farewell to those who have traveled the length of this legendary route. Route 66 is more than just a road, it is a cultural legacy, celebrated through vibrant festivals like the International Route 66 Mother Road Festival in Springfield, Illinois. This event brings together hundreds of vintage cars, rock and roll performances, and market stalls that recreate life on the highway from decades past. The cuisine along Route 66 also captures the bold flavors of the Wild West, from smoky Texas barbecue and the massive 72-ounce steak in Amarillo to the fiery green chili burger in New Mexico. Roadside diners not only serve delicious meals but also preserve the stories of those who have lived along this legendary highway for generations. Leaving Route 66, you take with you more than just souvenirs and photos. You carry a piece of old America, a world of small towns, glowing neon signs, and unforgettable stories. This is not just a journey, but an experience, a memory, and a dream that never truly ends. In the heart of bustling New York City, there is a place that never sleeps, where vibrant neon lights blend with the rushing crowds, creating a rhythm of life that never stops, Times Square. Like the beating heart of Manhattan, this is not just a busy intersection, but a grand stage of culture, entertainment, and unforgettable experiences. Whether it's your first visit or your 100th time, Times Square never fails to overwhelm with its modern beauty and electrifying energy. At the center of it all lies Times Square itself, a dazzling sea of lights with massive LED billboards that never go dark. Beneath these glowing screens, millions of people from around the world gather, swept up in the energy and excitement. Here, you can witness mesmerizing street performances, from agile hip-hop dancers to passionate violinists playing amid the bustling traffic. Every year on New Year's Eve, this square becomes the focal point of the world, as the famous countdown event takes place. The iconic crystal ball slowly descends, marking the start of a new year filled with hope and fresh dreams waiting to be written. But if the dazzling lights of Times Square are the soul of the city, then Broadway theaters are its beating heart, pulsing with the magic of live stage performances. Nowhere else in the world compares to Broadway, the birthplace of legendary musicals like The Lion King, Hamilton, and The Phantom of the Opera. Whether you're a devoted theater lover or simply looking to experience the unique atmosphere of Broadway, you'll find yourself completely captivated by its emotional stories, haunting melodies, and mesmerizing choreography. As the curtain falls and thunderous applause fills the theater, you'll understand why Broadway is regarded as the sacred temple of the stage. One of Times Square's most iconic landmarks is One Times Square, standing tall as a historic pillar in the heart of the modern city. This is the very site where the famous crystal ball drops every New Year's Eve, yet few people know that the building itself is mostly empty inside, aside from a few offices managing Times Square's massive advertising displays. Though it is no longer open to the public, simply standing beneath this towering structure and looking up is enough to make you feel the passage of time and the historic moments that have unfolded right here. If you want to meet the world's most famous figures without needing an appointment, Madame Tussauds New York is the place to be. With hundreds of lifelike wax figures, this museum lets you stand next to Taylor Swift, shake hands with the US president, or pose with Marvel superheroes. But Madame Tussauds is more than just a photo opportunity, it's a journey through history and pop culture, where reality and illusion blend seamlessly. Stepping out of the Wax Museum, if you're a music lover and rock culture enthusiast, then Hard Rock Cafe New York is your ultimate destination. This is not just a restaurant, it's a mini music museum, showcasing priceless memorabilia from legends like Elvis Presley, the Beatles, and Madonna. In a space filled with pure rock and roll energy, you can enjoy classic American dishes while immersing yourself in timeless hits that shaped music history. But if you're in the mood for something mysterious and bizarre, then head to Ripley's Believe It or Not, where strange artifacts and unbelievable stories from around the world await. From gigantic skeletons to one-of-a-kind curiosities, this museum takes you into a realm where the line between science and the supernatural blurs. Here, you'll leave not just with memories but with questions about the extraordinary world around us. Right nearby, Disney Store Times Square opens up a colorful wonderland, where beloved animated characters step out of the screen to welcome you. This is a paradise for Disney fans, filled with unique souvenirs, dazzling princess costumes, and surprise performances that captivate both kids and adults alike. Amidst the modern, fast-paced New York, the Disney Store feels like a small corner of childhood, where magic still exists. As night falls, Times Square doesn't sleep. Instead, it becomes even more dazzling. There's nothing better than admiring the panoramic view of the square from rooftop bars and lounges. From above, the neon lights reflect off the streets below, and the flow of traffic looks like glowing ribbons slowly weaving through the city's heartbeat. With a delicate cocktail in hand and soft music in the background, you'll see a different side of New York, radiant yet poetic. For theater history lovers, the Museum of Broadway is a must-visit. This one-of-a-kind museum is dedicated to the stories behind the stage lights, from the earliest musicals to modern masterpieces. Here, you can admire original costumes, props, and sheet music, all of which have played a part in creating the magic of Broadway. And if you've ever dreamed of traveling around the world, Gulliver's Gate will make that dream come true in a truly special way. This is a miniature world, where iconic landmarks like the Eiffel Tower, the Egyptian pyramids, and Buckingham Palace are recreated in meticulous detail, despite their tiny scale. Within this space, you can explore the entire planet in just an afternoon, like a modern-day Gulliver stepping into a magical miniature land. But a trip to Times Square wouldn't be complete without tasting the signature flavors of New York City. Amidst towering skyscrapers and the bustling crowds, street-side hot dog stands stand out as a humble yet iconic symbol of the city. A steaming hot dog, with its snappy sausage, a drizzle of mustard or spicy ketchup, and a soft bun, simple yet packed with the true taste of New York street life. For a more authentic local experience, stop by a classic New York-style pizzeria, where thin, crispy slices loaded with gooey cheese and rich tomato sauce will leave an unforgettable impression. And, of course, no culinary journey in New York would be complete without indulging in the legendary New York cheesecake, a creamy, smooth delight that melts in your mouth, offering a touch of sweet sophistication amid the city's vibrant energy. Whether it's upscale dining or simple street eats, New York's food scene never fails to surprise, making every traveler pause for a bite before continuing their endless journey of discovery. Times Square is more than just a destination, it's an adventure through the dazzling colors of culture, art, and urban life. As you leave this iconic place behind, its lights continue to shine in your mind, like the never-ending heartbeat of a city that never sleeps, where every moment becomes a story worth remembering. Hollywood, the entertainment capital of the world, where dreams come true and every street corner bears the mark of fame and legendary stories. Hollywood is not just a tourist destination, it is a symbol of art, creativity, and ambition, a place where you can touch the history of cinema and walk in the footsteps of immortal icons. Standing amidst the glittering lights, feeling the vibrant pulse of the city, you will understand why Hollywood continues to inspire millions across the globe. The Hollywood Walk of Fame is the first stop for any visitor. Stretching over 2 kilometers, this iconic boulevard is home to more than 2,700 stars embedded in pink terrazzo tiles, honoring those who have shaped the world of entertainment. From legendary actors like Marilyn Monroe and Charlie Chaplin to music icons such as Michael Jackson, each star tells a story of hard work, talent, and success. As you stroll along, you'll see crowds eagerly stopping for photos, searching for the names of their favorite stars, a way to connect with the icons who helped define Hollywood's legacy. It's impossible to talk about Hollywood without mentioning the Hollywood sign, the ultimate symbol of the film industry's dream. Originally erected in 1923 as a billboard for a real estate project, the massive white letters spelling Hollywood on Mount Lee have, over time, become an irreplaceable icon of the entertainment industry. From afar, the bold white letters stand proudly against the blue sky, as if Hollywood itself is welcoming all those who carry a passion for the arts. If you want to get closer, embark on an exciting hiking adventure, trekking through rugged trails and sunlit hills to reach a breathtaking panoramic view of Los Angeles sprawling beneath your feet. Continuing the journey, you'll arrive at TCL Chinese Theater, one of the most iconic movie theaters in the world. Built in 1927, this grand cinema, with its striking Asian-inspired architecture, has hosted countless blockbuster premieres and holds the handprints and footprints of hundreds of Hollywood's greatest stars. Place your hand over the imprints in the concrete and imagine yourself connecting with the legends who have passed through here. From timeless icons like Audrey Hepburn to modern-day superstars like Robert Downey Jr., every impression left in the pavement is a testament to the eternal brilliance of Hollywood. Just a short distance away stands the Dolby Theater, the grand stage of the prestigious Academy Awards. Walking up the magnificent staircase, where Hollywood's biggest stars grace the red carpet every year, you can feel the prestige and glamour of the film capital. If you're lucky, you might get to join a backstage tour, uncovering hidden corners and fascinating behind-the-scenes stories from legendary Oscar nights. And when you step onto the Dolby Theater stage, you can imagine yourself holding an Oscar statuette, bathed in flashing lights, a moment of touching the dream. Stepping outside the Dolby Theater, you'll immediately be drawn into the vibrant atmosphere of the Hollywood Highland Center. More than just a shopping complex, this is where history and modernity collide. With high-end fashion boutiques, stylish cafes, and Instagram-worthy spots, it's the perfect place to take a break. Most notably, from the rooftop terrace, you'll get a stunning view of the Hollywood sign, framed against the bustling cityscape, a picture-perfect moment in the heart of Tinseltown. If you want to immerse yourself in the world of iconic films, Universal Studios Hollywood is an unmissable destination. More than just an amusement park, it is also one of the oldest working film studios in the world. Stepping inside, you'll find yourself transported into the worlds of Harry Potter, Fast Furious, Jurassic Park, and Minions, blockbusters that have taken the big screen by storm. The backlit tour takes you behind the scenes of movie magic, revealing the secrets of special effects, breathtaking sets, and filmmaking techniques, leaving you in awe of the artistry behind cinema. Beyond the world of film, Hollywood also offers fascinating astronomical wonders, such as the Griffith Observatory. Perched atop Griffith Hill, it provides a spectacular panoramic view of Los Angeles. By day, you can admire the Hollywood sign from a distance, and by night, the city's millions of twinkling lights resemble a vast starry sky. Inside the observatory, interactive scientific exhibits invite you to explore the wonders of the universe, and its powerful telescopes give you a closer look at the cosmos, making it an unforgettable experience for astronomy enthusiasts. Along Sunset Boulevard, you'll experience a different side of Hollywood, one that is not just about film but also music and art. This legendary street is home to iconic nightclubs and bars that once served as the launching pads for rock legends like The Doors, Guns N' Roses, and Red Hot Chili Peppers. The vibrant atmosphere, glowing neon signs, and energetic crowds create a Hollywood that is alive in every sense, where movies rule the day, but music takes over the night. If you're a live music enthusiast, don't miss a night at the Hollywood Bowl, the most spectacular outdoor venue in Los Angeles. From grand symphony concerts to electrifying rock performances, this open-air amphitheater is always filled with unforgettable energy. Sitting beneath the starry sky, surrounded by the lush green hills, and letting the music wash over you, you'll understand why Hollywood is not just the capital of film but also a cradle of music history. Hollywood is not just about bright lights, it also offers peaceful moments in nature. Runyon Canyon Park is the perfect destination for those who want to experience a different side of Hollywood, wild and serene. A favorite hiking spot among locals, this park allows you to stay active while enjoying breathtaking panoramic views of Los Angeles from above. Finally, no trip to Hollywood would be complete without indulging in its iconic culinary experiences. From legendary burger joints like In-N-Out Burger, to the flavor-packed hot dogs at Pink's Hot Dogs, and the upscale, historic dining at Musso Frank Grill, every bite captures the essence of Hollywood, nostalgic yet modern, simple yet sophisticated. As you leave Hollywood, you'll take with you unforgettable moments, the twinkling lights of the Walk of Fame, the grandeur of its historic theaters, and the quiet reflection from a hilltop overlooking the city. Hollywood is not just a destination, it is a dream, a legend, and a journey that every traveler longs to revisit, eager to uncover more. Wall Street, a name that represents not just a street but the financial powerhouse of the world. Located in the heart of Manhattan's bustling financial district, this place is the epicenter of economic flows, where billion-dollar transactions take place daily and where some of the most significant moments in American financial history have unfolded. A visit to Wall Street is not just about witnessing the fast-paced lives of professionals in sharp suits, but also about immersing yourself in historic architecture, iconic monuments, and nostalgic stories of how this financial hub rose to become one of the greatest economic centers on the planet. The first stop is the New York Stock Exchange, one of the most influential buildings in the financial world. From the outside, its neoclassical facade exudes grandeur, with strong, towering columns symbolizing the unshakable foundation of the American economy. Stepping past its massive doors, you enter a high-energy world where millions of shares are traded every second, and traders race against time to seize opportunities. While visitors cannot enter the trading floor, simply standing in front of this historic building, watching the American flag wave proudly, and imagining the economic shifts and historical events that have taken place here is enough to feel the immense weight of this landmark in global finance. Just a short walk away, along the cobblestone-paved street, you will encounter Charging Bull, one of New York's most iconic symbols. This massive bronze bull, with its charging stance, piercing eyes, and powerful horns, represents optimism and the strength of the stock market. Originally installed in 1989 as an act of defiance by artist Arturo Di Modica in response to financial turmoil, the statue quickly became a tourist magnet, with visitors touching its horns or nose in hopes of attracting financial luck. However, beyond superstition, Charging Bull tells a deeper story, one of perseverance and resilience, embodying the relentless spirit of those who turned Wall Street into the world's most formidable financial center. Heading further south, you will reach the Federal Hall National Memorial, a site rich in historical significance. It was here, in 1789, that George Washington took the oath of office as the first president of the United States, marking the birth of a young nation filled with ambition and promise. Today, this building is not only a historical landmark but also a museum showcasing important artifacts, including the very Bible upon which Washington placed his hand during his inauguration. Walking up the marble steps and looking up at the towering statue of Washington at the entrance, you can feel the founding spirit of America, a place where democratic values and freedom were first established. Not far from here stands Trinity Church, one of the oldest and most influential churches in New York. Originally built in 1697, this church was once the tallest structure in the city for over a century, with its Gothic bell tower reaching toward the Manhattan sky. Amidst the bustling financial district, Trinity Church serves as a peaceful sanctuary, where Wall Street professionals often come to find solace amidst the pressures of the financial world. The churchyard is the final resting place of Alexander Hamilton, one of the architects of the American financial system. Standing before his grave, you can imagine the era when the first US dollars were introduced and the dream of building a powerful economy, a dream that has since become reality. As you leave this historic district and head west, you cannot miss One World Trade Center and the 9/11 Memorial, two of the most iconic landmarks in New York. Built on the site of the Twin Towers destroyed in the September 11th attacks, One World Trade Center rises as a symbol of resilience and unity. Standing at 541 meters, it is the tallest building in the United States, offering a breathtaking panoramic view of the entire city. Below, the 9/11 Memorial features two deep reflecting pools honoring the victims, creating a solemn and deeply moving space that reminds visitors of one of America's darkest moments, while also standing as a testament to the city's strength and rebirth. Amidst towering skyscrapers and the fast-paced crowds, cuisine here is more than just a meal, it is a part of the business culture, where people seal million-dollar deals over food. One of the must-try local specialties is the New York bagel, a chewy, dense ring of bread, generously slathered with rich cream cheese and sometimes topped with smoked salmon for an extra touch of sophistication. It has long been the breakfast of choice for the city's finance professionals. Another essential dish is the legendary porterhouse steak, a thick, juicy cut of beef, cooked to perfection in Manhattan's high-end steakhouses, making it the ideal power lunch for corporate meetings. If you want to experience the fast-paced lifestyle of Wall Street traders, grab a New York-style pizza, a thin, crispy slice with gooey, stretchy cheese, perfect for eating on the go, just like the traders who make every second count between transactions. And of course, no financial district experience would be complete without a classic martini, the sophisticated cocktail favored by business executives as they unwind after a long, intense day. As you leave Wall Street, the majestic Stock Exchange building, the powerful charging bull statue, the historical landmarks, and the unforgettable flavors will linger in your mind. This is not just a place for investors or finance enthusiasts. It is a vivid portrait of history, culture, and the core values that have shaped America's prosperity. Whether you come here to admire the architecture, explore the history, or simply immerse yourself in the energy of one of the most famous streets in the world, Wall Street promises an experience you will never forget. Nestled along the picturesque Charles River in Cambridge, Harvard University is not only one of the most prestigious institutions in the world but also a symbol of knowledge, history, and American culture. Founded in 1636, Harvard is the oldest university in the United States, having educated some of the greatest minds, from presidents and scientists to writers and global business leaders. However, Harvard's reputation extends beyond its academic achievements. It is also renowned for its majestic architecture, lush green campus, and an atmosphere brimming with intellectual inspiration. Every corner of the university holds historical significance, reflecting the passage of time, making it a must-visit destination for anyone exploring the charming region of New England. The journey through Harvard begins at Harvard Yard, the heart and soul of the university. This is the oldest part of the campus, home to iconic red brick buildings and vast green lawns where students often gather to read, debate, and enjoy moments of peace amidst one of the most dynamic academic environments in the world. At the center of Harvard Yard, you'll find the bronze statue of John Harvard, a man often referred to as the university's founder, even though, in reality, he was simply a generous benefactor rather than its actual founder. Tourists have a habit of rubbing the statue's foot for good luck, though Harvard students jokingly say that this is one of the biggest misconceptions about the university's traditions. Right next to Harvard Yard stands Widener Library, Harvard's main library and one of the largest libraries in the world. Built in 1915 in memory of Harry Elkins Widener, a Harvard alumnus who perished in the Titanic disaster, this library houses over 3.5 million books and countless rare documents. Stepping into Widener feels like entering a labyrinth of knowledge, where towering bookshelves stretch endlessly. Only Harvard students have access to the deeper levels of the library, but even admiring its grand facade from the outside is enough to appreciate its majesty and the intellectual power it represents. Continuing the journey, visitors will come across Memorial Church, an awe-inspiring architectural landmark located at the heart of Harvard Yard. Built in 1932 to honor Harvard students who lost their lives in World War I, this church serves not only as a place of worship but also as the venue for major university ceremonies, including the annual graduation ceremony. In the fall, when the maple leaves turn crimson, Memorial Church transforms into a breathtaking scene, reflecting Harvard's core values: wisdom, honor, and dedication. Stepping outside the main campus, you'll find the Harvard Art Museums, home to masterpieces from around the world. This institution is a fusion of three distinct museums: the Fogg Museum, the Busch-Reisinger Museum, and the Arthur M. Sackler Museum. Its collection spans from European Renaissance paintings and Impressionist works by Monet and Van Gogh to Asian, African, and Middle Eastern art. Each gallery within the museum acts as a portal through time, immersing visitors in diverse civilizations. And as they leave, every visitor carries with them a lingering sense of artistry and profound reflections on beauty. Not far from there is the Harvard Museum of Natural History, a place that preserves the wonders of nature and humanity. The museum's most remarkable highlight is the glass flowers collection, over 4,000 flowers meticulously crafted from glass, so stunningly lifelike that visitors can hardly believe their eyes. In addition, the museum features massive dinosaur skeletons, vibrant mineral specimens, and rare animal exhibits, making it a favorite destination not only for tourists but also for scientists and Harvard students alike. Taking a turn in another direction, you'll arrive at Harvard Law School, one of the most prestigious law schools in the world. At the heart of its campus stands Langell Hall, the largest law library on the planet, where towering stacks of legal books form an endless fortress of knowledge. Great figures such as Barack Obama and Franklin D. Roosevelt once walked through these halls, immersed in their studies within the warm, wood-paneled reading rooms. Harvard Law School has not only trained brilliant lawyers but has also shaped some of the most influential leaders in modern history. For a taste of Harvard's lively atmosphere and contemporary spirit, nothing beats a stroll through Harvard Square. As the central hub of Cambridge, it is filled with cafes, restaurants, bookstores, and souvenir shops. Every afternoon, street musicians perform live, while students gather to discuss academic and political topics, creating a space that is both vibrant and intellectually rich. As night falls, the warm glow of vintage cafe lights spills onto the streets from historic spots like Café Pamplona and Algiers, once popular meeting places for writers and scholars. This timeless charm gives Harvard an irresistible, classic allure. It is impossible not to mention the Harvard Arts First Festival, one of the university's largest arts festivals. Held every spring, this festival provides students with the opportunity to showcase their talents in music, theater, film, and visual arts. From musical performances and contemporary art exhibitions to short films produced by students themselves, the event brings Harvard to life like never before. More than just a celebration of the Arts First Festival stands as a testament to Harvard's unwavering spirit of creativity and innovation. Finally, to end this journey on a flavorful note, indulge in some of Harvard students' favorite dishes. A juicy burger at Bartley's Burgers, a rich hot chocolate at LA Burdick, or a savory slice of pizza at Pinocchio's Pizza can all become memorable treats. For those seeking a more refined dining experience, Toscano offers classic Italian cuisine, while Clover Food Lab serves up an innovative plant-based menu that never disappoints. As you leave Harvard, the images of its historic campus, magnificent libraries, and intellectual atmosphere will linger in your mind. Harvard is not just a university, but a symbol of knowledge and enlightenment, a place where past and future intertwine, where every brick and every tree holds the stories of those who have shaped history. Harvard is not merely a destination, but an experience, a journey where every visitor walks away with a spark of inspiration, a sense of nostalgia, and a dream of eternal knowledge. Next, we arrive at the Kennedy Space Center, the legendary gateway that has propelled humanity into space, where dreams of cosmic exploration have become reality. Located on Merritt Island, Florida, the Kennedy Space Center is not just the launch site for historic space missions but also a living museum, preserving the most significant milestones in the history of space exploration. Here, the past, present, and future of aerospace technology blend seamlessly into every structure, every exhibit, and every story told. As you step through the main entrance, you can feel the spirit of those who have dedicated their lives to science and discovery. Join me as we explore the center's most remarkable attractions and experience the grandeur of this extraordinary place. The first must-visit destination is the Visitor Complex, a vibrant hub offering an immersive overview of humankind's journey into space. Upon entering, you are immediately drawn to life-sized spacecraft models, an extensive collection of artifacts, and rare documentary footage that narrate NASA's 60-year legacy. The atmosphere is filled with images of astronauts, legendary space missions, and inspiring stories of those who have pushed beyond their limits to venture into the vast unknown. Every exhibit is designed to ignite curiosity and awaken the spirit of exploration in all who visit. Stepping out of the visitor complex, you will be awestruck by the Rocket Garden, an open-air exhibit showcasing the legendary rockets that once carried humans and machines into orbit. Towering above you, massive rockets such as Redstone, Atlas, and Titan stand as silent sentinels, telling the story of the early days of space exploration. At your feet lie the Mercury, Gemini, and Apollo capsules, testaments to the remarkable advancements in aerospace technology over the decades. Standing amidst this garden of giants, you can truly grasp the magnitude of human ingenuity that has paved the way for a new era, one where the sky is no longer the limit. One of the most breathtaking highlights of the Kennedy Space Center is the Space Shuttle Atlantis exhibit, home to the legendary Atlantis orbiter, an icon of NASA's Space Shuttle program. As the doors open, you are greeted by the awe-inspiring sight of Atlantis, suspended mid-air, preserved exactly as it was when it completed its final mission. The scorch marks on its surface, the Canadarm robotic arm that once performed critical tasks in space, each detail whispers stories of the 33 historic missions that Atlantis undertook. But this exhibit is not just about viewing history, it's about experiencing it firsthand. You can simulate piloting a space shuttle, walk in a zero-gravity environment, and even embark on a virtual space journey, bringing you closer than ever to the thrill of space exploration. If you are passionate about the Apollo program and the first footsteps on the moon, then the Apollo/Saturn V Center will leave you in awe. This is the home of Saturn V, the colossal rocket that carried astronauts to the moon. As you step inside, you can feel the solemn yet proud atmosphere, as if you are reliving the historic moment of 1969, when Apollo 11 made its legendary landing on the lunar surface. Footage of Neil Armstrong and Buzz Aldrin, along with recordings of the Apollo missions, play around you, reigniting the inspiration of an era when humanity dared to dream, and turned those dreams into reality. One experience you cannot miss at the Kennedy Space Center is the astronaut encounter, where you can meet real astronauts face to face. These are the individuals who have left Earth, lived and worked in zero gravity, and witnessed the breathtaking beauty of our planet from space. Their stories will leave you in complete admiration, from the grueling challenges of astronaut training, the heart-stopping moments in space, to the indescribable feeling of returning to Earth. This is a rare opportunity to engage with those who have traveled farther than almost anyone in human history. To get a comprehensive view of the Kennedy Space Center, nothing beats the Kennedy Space Center bus tour. This tour takes you past legendary launch pads like Launch Complex 39A and 39B, where Apollo missions and SpaceX rockets have taken flight. You'll also get a close-up look at the Vehicle Assembly Building, the gigantic rocket assembly facility, which once housed the largest rockets ever built by humanity. At each stop, tour guides will share untold stories, the tense moments before each launch, the dedicated engineers working tirelessly behind the scenes, and the incredible efforts that made every mission a success. If you're curious about the future of space exploration, Mars Base 1 Journey to Mars will take you into NASA's boldest plans. Here, you can experience life and work on Mars, participate in simulated missions such as growing crops in extreme conditions, operating robots to explore the Martian surface, and even testing your skills in astronaut training challenges. This is where you'll gain the clearest vision of what it might be like when humans finally set foot on our neighboring planet in the coming decades. But the Kennedy Space Center isn't just about sightseeing, it also offers thrilling hands-on experiences, and one of the most exciting is the shuttle launch experience. This high-tech simulator recreates the exact feeling of being launched into space aboard a real shuttle. As you strap in, you'll feel the immense force of liftoff, hear the roaring engines, and experience the intense vibrations as if you're actually blasting through Earth's atmosphere. This is one of the most popular attractions at KSC, perfect for those who want a first-hand taste of what astronauts go through when leaving our planet. And finally, immerse yourself in the mystical expanse of the IMAX theater, where stunning 3D documentaries transport you into the vastness of space. With breathtaking visuals of distant galaxies, up-close views of planets, and the daring adventures of astronauts, you'll gain a profound appreciation for the wonders of the universe. No visit would be complete without indulging in the region's unique culinary scene, a vibrant fusion of American, Caribbean, and Latin flavors. One of the most iconic treats is the key lime pie, a golden, silky dessert with a perfect balance of tangy and sweet, melting effortlessly in your mouth and captivating anyone who takes a bite. Florida is also known as the seafood paradise, offering delicacies like stone crab, featuring succulent, sweet claw meat best enjoyed with a zesty mustard sauce. For a truly local experience, try gator bites, crispy fried alligator meat, an unexpected but delicious specialty from the Everglades swamps. And of course, no culinary tour would be complete without a Cuban sandwich, a toasty pressed delight packed with ham, roasted pork, Swiss cheese, and pickles, delivering a rich and satisfying flavor. Whether wandering the lively streets of Miami or relaxing at a beachside cafe, sipping on a fresh Florida orange juice, you'll taste the energy, warmth, and bold spirit of this land in every bite. The Kennedy Space Center is more than just a tourist attraction, it is a testament to humanity's relentless pursuit of the unknown. As you leave, the images of Space Shuttle Atlantis, the towering Saturn V rocket, the inspiring stories of astronauts, and the exhilarating feeling of a shuttle launch will remain etched in your memory. A journey here is not just a visit, it is a powerful reminder that the only limits we have are the ones we dare to dream beyond. The Golden Gate Bridge, one of the most iconic landmarks in the United States, stretches like a red silk ribbon across the San Francisco Bay, connecting the vibrant city with the untamed beauty of Marin County. Completed in 1937, this bridge is not just an engineering marvel but also a symbol of the American dream, perseverance, and innovation. As the morning fog gradually lifts, the bridge's majestic silhouette emerges against the deep blue sky, creating a breathtaking scene that everyone dreams of witnessing at least once in their lifetime. Standing on the bridge, you can feel the grandeur of nature, the whispers of the wind in your ears, the endless expanse of blue waters below, and an exhilarating sense of freedom, as if you are standing on the thin line between land and the vast ocean. One of the best vantage points to admire the Golden Gate Bridge is Battery Spencer, offering a stunning panoramic view that will leave you in awe. Perched atop a high hill in the Marin Headlands, Battery Spencer was once an important military fortification, but today, it has become one of the most sought-after photography spots for capturing the bridge's magnificence. As the sun begins to set, the golden rays bathe the entire landscape, reflecting off the shimmering water, making the bridge appear cloaked in a dazzling, glowing aura. The experience of standing atop the hill, feeling the cool ocean breeze, gazing at the San Francisco skyline unfolding before you, is truly unforgettable. A short journey beyond Battery Spencer takes you to the Marin Headlands, a breathtakingly wild expanse just north of the Golden Gate Bridge. This is where rugged natural beauty meets rich history, where winding trails lead you past dramatic cliffs, lush green meadows, and secluded coves. When the mist gently rolls over the hills, the scenery transforms into something almost dreamlike, like a watercolor painting. If you're lucky, you might spot deer grazing peacefully or hawks soaring high above the vast open sky. From the Marin Headlands, looking south, the Golden Gate Bridge stands proudly, like a grand gateway leading into the bustling city of San Francisco. Leaving behind the rolling hills, we make our way to Golden Gate Park, a lush oasis nestled in the heart of the city, where amidst the fast-paced modern life, people can still find moments of peace and tranquility. Covering an area larger than New York's Central Park, this place is a harmonious blend of nature and culture. Ancient Japanese gardens, serene lakes reflecting the silhouettes of trees, and winding trails weaving through dense pine forests all come together to create a calm and relaxing atmosphere. More than just a scenic retreat, Golden Gate Park is also a cultural and artistic hub, home to renowned museums such as the De Young Museum and the California Academy of Sciences, where visitors can explore history, art, and science in an inspiring setting. Continuing our journey, we arrive at Fort Point, a historic fortress situated right beneath the Golden Gate Bridge. Built in the 19th century, this fort once served as a strategic defense point protecting San Francisco during the American Civil War. The weathered red brick walls, long, echoing corridors, and massive cannons still stand, telling stories of a glorious past. Standing on the fort's rooftop, you'll witness the breathtaking grandeur of the Golden Gate Bridge from a completely different perspective. The massive steel towers rising from the water, the sweeping cables forming a mesmerizing work of art. And as the waves crash against the base of the fortress, you'll understand why this spot is considered one of the most stunning photography locations of the Golden Gate Bridge. We cannot overlook another legendary landmark, Alcatraz Island, the world-famous prison island, located not far from the Golden Gate Bridge. Once home to notorious criminals such as Al Capone and the Birdman, Robert Stroud, Alcatraz has now become a historic museum, attracting millions of visitors each year. The crumbling walls, the cold iron-barred windows, and the stories of failed escape attempts all create an eerie yet captivating atmosphere. As night falls, the distant lights of San Francisco reflect off the prison's stone walls, making the island feel even more mysterious and haunting, like a story with no ending. Back on the mainland, we visit Land's End, one of the most breathtaking spots to experience the untamed beauty of the Pacific coastline. Cliffside trails, towering rock formations, and crashing white-capped waves against the pristine shore form a magnificent yet romantic landscape. As the sun sets, the sky is painted in vibrant shades of orange, reflecting off the water and transforming the entire scene into a surreal dreamscape. And if you're looking for the perfect place to relax, Baker Beach is the ideal destination. One of San Francisco's most beautiful beaches, this is where you can sink into the soft sand, listen to the gentle rhythm of the waves, and admire the Golden Gate Bridge from a unique perspective. The beach is also a great spot for picnics, where you can savor fresh seafood and immerse yourself in the lively atmosphere of the locals. You can't leave the Golden Gate Bridge area without visiting Sausalito, a charming little town just across the bridge. With its picturesque streets, waterfront cafes, and vibrant art galleries, Sausalito exudes a relaxed, romantic ambience, offering a serene contrast to the bustling energy of San Francisco. Sitting by the harbor, sipping a glass of wine, and watching the sailboats glide gracefully across the water, you'll truly appreciate the beauty of a slow, peaceful life. Of course, no Golden Gate Bridge adventure would be complete without indulging in San Francisco's signature culinary experiences, a city known for its rich and diverse flavors. One of its most famous dishes is clam chowder, a warm, creamy soup served inside a sourdough bread bowl from the legendary Boudin Bakery, a perfect harmony of the ocean's salty essence and the tangy, naturally fermented bread. As you stroll through the lively Fisherman's Wharf seafood market, you'll find vendors selling freshly steamed Dungeness crab, its sweet, succulent aroma filling the air. For an authentic local meal, try the Mission Burrito, a San Francisco-style burrito wrapped in a soft tortilla, packed with rice, beans, grilled meat, and flavorful sauces, reflecting the city's vibrant multicultural food scene. And when night falls, there's nothing better than sipping a warm, bold Irish coffee at Buena Vista Cafe, the place credited with bringing this legendary Irish drink to America. Every dish, every flavor in San Francisco tells a unique story, leaving visitors longing to return for yet another taste. The journey to explore the Golden Gate Bridge is not just about the sights, but also about cultural experiences, historical stories, and unforgettable moments. As you leave this place, the image of the vibrant red bridge shrouded in mist, the waves crashing against the fort's base, and the twinkling lights reflecting on San Francisco Bay will remain etched in your memory, like a beautiful dream that never fades. And so, our incredible adventure across the vast and colorful United States comes to an end. From the dazzling skyscrapers of New York, the sun-kissed beaches of California, to the majestic national parks like Grand Canyon and Yellowstone, we have uncovered countless wonders. Each city, each region holds its own unique identity, painting a breathtaking mosaic of culture, history, and nature. We hope you've had an unforgettable experience and felt the vibrant diversity of this country. Don't forget to hit like and subscribe to follow us on more exciting adventures ahead.